on this Yan Can Cook with Unlock. You can log in www.unlock/Yan Can Cook with Unlock. Then you're going to get a chance to win a lot of the prizes along the way while you're watching me preparing a wonderful menu every month. And then, of course, another thing is I'm going to show you how to do my mom's favorite clay pot with this clay pot, okay? With this clay pot. And then this is the clay pot I'm going to use. If you have more people, use big clay pot. Otherwise, small clay pot. And then we'll have the winter solstice stew, and then which is a wonderful, heartwarming, appetizing stew. It's a stew with a lot of vegetable and meatball and everything. And then, of course, snow cloud or snow mushroom with longan, which is perfect for the winter. It's chilly. If you're living in the East Coast or in the North, right now it's snowing, very cold, but sunny California, okay? Sunny California, but in the last few days, it's been very cold too. So anyway, stay tuned and maybe you can win some prizes.
Chef Yan, people say they saw some of your interviews saying that when you see the clay pot rice, you remember your childhood something with your mom.
Yeah, because when I was growing up in Guangzhou, China, my mom doesn't have so much, and the kitchen it doesn't have all pots and pans, so a lot of things it's cooked in a clay pot, one pot meal. So when I have one pot meal, remind me with all my childhood. My mom is a wonderful, fantastic cook, much better than me. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to do all three dishes that everybody can do at home. So stay tuned.
So for people to join Unlock, how did they go to join?
All you have to do is now, if you have to join Unlock while you're watching me, you join Unlock. So this way you can get a chance to win the prizes. Okay. Here is Yan Can Cook with Unlock. Basically, you join me at www.unlock.org/Yan Can Cook with Unlock. This way, you get a chance to win all the prizes. Each each month we give out a lot of wonderful gifts: cookbook, knife, microplane, chopstick, um, finger guard, and my latest cookbook, My Asian Kitchen, the best of Yan Can Cook, and Martin Yan's Quick and Easy. All this cookbook that will autograph to you, okay? And in fact, they will also have an unlock apron, okay? So we'll send you apron, cookbook, knife, chopstick, everything. So make sure you sign up www.unlock.org/Yan Can Cook with Unlock. Okay. So stay tuned. I'm getting ready.
Wow, looks like you have a lot of clay pot here, Chef Yan.
Clay pot. This is a traditional clay pot. This is a Japanese clay pot. Now a lot of Chinese restaurants actually using this. The Chinese clay pot is pretty skimpy, and if you break them, it will break. And also they have a wire to mount it over here, and also they're glazed inside. Outside it's not glazed, but inside is glazed. Okay.
They say which one's better?
There's no such thing as which one is better. This one is the little is not as durable. This one is much more durable. Look at how big, how thick this thing is. All glazed, outside, inside. So it will last for longer. And also, this is bigger. This can cook enough for 6 to 8 people. This is only about 2 to 4 people. And but they have bigger one. Okay. But most of the Chinese restaurants now use this. Not. Yeah, that's a meal. Now I'm ready. Okay. I just got back from Asia last night, very late, and now I'm getting excited to see you all again. I've been away practically every month. I was traveling all over Asia. September, October, 2 trips. November, 1 trip. And then in a few days, I'm going to travel again back to Asia because we are promoting filming in Singapore, in the Philippines. I'm going to Singapore and Malaysia. And I just came back from Vietnam uh, because uh, because I was participating in international food festival in Wang Dao, which has over close to 200,000 people in 3 or 4 days. So I was cooking on stage. I was cooking on stage and showing people how to break down a chicken in less than 20 seconds. But anyway, using all the local ingredient, particularly a lot of seafood and a lot of rice noodle. But anyway, today I'm going to show you how to do something amazing. Now, winter time, I assume that we have people from all over the world, from Canada, from East Coast, from Mexico, from Wales. Wales, we have people, friends from
New Zealand.
New Zealand. In fact, I was talking about going to New Zealand, Auckland, and I was just in Australia recently. I will be traveling to New Zealand, Auckland, because New Zealand is famous for lamb. New Zealand lamb is the best. And also, a lot of people don't realize, in America, everybody drink cow's milk, right? And you're lactose intolerant. You drink goat's milk and you drink soybean milk. But in New Zealand, a lot of people don't realize they have produced an unbelievable amount of the the milk from lamb, from sheep, from goat, and they're very famous. So I'm going to help them to promote that all over the world because a lot of people around the world have allergy to milk, to cow's milk, because the lactose intolerance. I have the same problem. I drink a cup of milk. I'll be reading the Reader's Digest for about 5 hours. Okay, sitting down and read for at least 5 hours because I can't get out. If I get out in about 5, 10 minutes, I have to go back and read Reader's Digest again. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. Now, first one, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do I'm going to do the 3 dishes today. Okay, so don't miss out. One is my mom's favorite clay pot rice. When I was growing up, I always enjoyed this from my mom. Whatever you have, you throw it in. You cook the rice, you throw it in, and towards the end, you put the vegetable in. So one pot meal. Okay, so look at all the ingredients. Well, rice. This is long grain rice. I soak it. Okay, long grain rice, and this is medium grain rice, or you can use short grain rice. This is the sushi rice. California produce a lot of sushi rice. In fact, many of them a lot of these are actually exported to Japan and Korea. Okay, and also part of other Asia. The first thing when I soak it, I will put the rice. I'll just show you how to do this. Okay, I put the rice. I put it over here. Okay, this is long grain rice, and this is medium grain rice. I put it in. I use about one portion of long grain rice to approximately. Look at that. I hope it's not too much because once it is done, I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna have Chinese sausage. Now I have two different kind of Chinese sausage. I properly show you like this. When you buy sausage, you can buy in a package like this. Inside there is a package of sausage. I purposely show you this because this one is sausage with liver, with duck liver, sausage with duck liver. Okay, regular sausage, pork sausage with pork fat. This is the duck liver sausage. Much darker. Can you see this? Much darker. So I would use both. Okay, so this way you can see the sausage. I cut this up like this. I slice it at an angle, 1 and a 2. Okay, and then this, the duck liver sausage. one and a two. Okay, we have all of these, and I put this right over here. And then in the meantime, I am going to put this. I also have the Chinese bacon, Chinese bacon. Okay, Chinese bacon, and I slice a piece of Chinese bacon, and then I also put all of in there. This one, I don't need it anymore. And I will show you how to do this. I lay this all up like this. I laid it all up. Okay. I laid it all up like this. Look at that. Look at this. Okay. I just want to show you how to make it interesting. Okay. Look at that. Okay. I put this over here. I put this over here. And I put a little mushroom right in the middle. And I put the side pork on the side to get to flavor this. The side pork on the side. So this way, it will be so beautiful. And I have one mushroom. I can have two mushroom or three mushroom, it doesn't matter. And then I will put some water here. You can put a tiny bit of water or broth, doesn't matter, okay? I put this right here. Look at that. Put it right here. Can you see that? Just enough. Okay. This is about normally measured is 1 portion of rice to 1.5 portion of water. Okay. And then I will do this and put this aside, and I will turn this on and put this to a boil. Okay. Make sure when you do clay pot rice or anything, try not to cover it too early. Bring it to a boil first. Then when most of the water evaporates, you see the crater hole. Then you cover it up, okay? And the clay pot, I'm not going to cover it up until later, okay? Now, if you want, you can also if you don't have any of the Chinese sauces, you use spam, okay? Use spam, ham, or Smithfield ham, or spam. Because some people, if you go to Hawaii, you go to Korea, they're crazy about spam because everybody you have spam sandwich, spam fried rice, all kind of stuff. Okay, and then for this particular one, I also use the bok choy, the baby bok choy, because it will become a one dish meal. I put this in the last minute. Okay, so in the meantime, I don't need any of these because I just want to show you. Okay, all of this is done. When you go out to buy, you buy packages like this. Okay, this is a very good company. This is the Orchard, very very good. But they have all kind of different brand. Okay, we'll bring this to a boil. Make sure, make sure. Okay, that's it. When this is done, it will be delicious. And then in the meantime, I also show you towards the end. I also show with the Sichuan pickle, Jia Choi, Sichuan pickle, and open up. It looks like this. You go to Sichuan restaurant, Sichuan cuisine, they always use this. This is pickle, okay, from Kawabi. And we'll put it over here. And then we'll put this in later. In the meantime, we'll bring this to a boil. Anybody have any question about this? Normally, they only use long grain rice, but I find it tastes better and it's more better texture and better aroma with the tiny bit of medium grain rice, which is the rice that they use in sushi bar for the sushi. Okay, so
Chef Yan, your YouTube friend asked you, what's the best way to cook white rice?
my rice, use your rice cooker. You go to the store and buy rice cooker. They give you perfect instruction, perfect measurement. You push the button, then you go and take a break and maybe go shopping. You come back, the rice is perfect. Otherwise, you cook it in a pot or in a clay pot. Then you have to watch out. Okay, you bring it to a boil. You bring it to a boil and make sure you can see that it's almost been up. The great thing about this is normally you use 1 portion of rice. You use long grain rice. You use 1 portion of rice. You rinse the rice. Use 1 portion of long grain rice to 1.5 portion of water. Okay, but if you go you do medium grain rice, you use a little bit less water. You use glutinous rice, you use even a little bit less because it would be too sticky. Okay. So you too much water, you're not making rice. I cook rice for fried rice. You're making porridge, you're making congee, you're making a rice soup. So using the rice and also white the fresh rice, the new rice or the old rice. If the rice has been in the in the silo for too long, some of the moisture disappear, and then you have a little bit more rice. So cooking is basically common sense. So if you, the first time doesn't cook as well, then you know, oh, too dry, a little bit too al dente. Then you use a tiny bit more water. Always use common sense. Okay. So
Other question say clay pot can use on top of a glass stove top? Can clay pot put it on top of the glass stove?
Lorraine is asking me a question. Lorraine, can you answer the question again? I just rinse it and soak it for a few minutes. But if you soak it for too long, the texture tend to be when you do a zhong, when you do a porridge, it's better to soak the rice. But when you cook the rice, you don't have to soak them. I just rinse it for a little bit. The reason is because if I soak it for too long, the rice absorb too much water, then I lost control of the percentage between rice and water. Okay. Now look at this. Okay. When it bring to a boil, you bring to a boil until most of the water disappear. Then you cover up and let it finish cooking. Because I slice everything so thin, it doesn't take too long to cook. The good thing about this is the the pure meat, the sausage, the duck sausage, and the Chinese bacon. The flavor, why I'm cooking this, the flavor of this permeate into the rice. So the whole rice, the whole pot of rice will be very tasty. Okay. So you're gonna come on up. While we're bringing this to a boil, okay, and now I'm gonna let's uh draw the first price. Oh, Leila, you got lucked out. Leila from New Jersey, the Garden State in America, New Jersey, Princeton University, all over, and then of course the lot of wonderful the Yale will also I think is also in New Jersey. But anyway, Leila, you're lucky. The knife that I use this is the knife that I use to break down the chicken in, you know what, 18 seconds. And then I also give you, this is the knife that I use. I designed this knife. Not only that, you're gonna copy, you're the first one to get a copy of My Asian Kitchen, Yan Can Cook with Unlock, 100 Top Asian Recipe, right here in this book. And then I give you a chopstick later. Since I assume you are lady, I give you a chopstick set with the chopstick, fork, and spoon. And then I'll give you a finger guard. You protect your finger when you're using this knife, okay? The knife is razor sharp. In the meantime, I also will send you an Unlock apron. You got 4 different gifts, okay? Make sure all of you want to make sure that you all of you, if you decided to get have the opportunity to get the gift, make sure you sign up www.unlock.org. Now, let me show you here the crater hole. Most of the water is gone. Okay, the crater hole is coming. The crater hole, ho. See, just like Christmas, ho. Then you cover this up. Okay, you cover this up. In the meantime, I also put the vegetable on the side. Okay, vegetable on the side. Vegetable on the side. And then I cover this up and let us finish cooking on the other side. Let me turn it off and then let it finish cooking on the other side, right here. Now, as I mentioned, let me turn this on. Okay, very, very low, very, very low, because I want to simmer it. No, 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 no. Now most of the water evaporated, but the rice is not completely cooked. Majority of the river, there's still a lot of water, but the water you don't see the water anymore. But the water is actually still inside in between the rice, but you don't see it on the surface anymore. Okay. Then if you want, as I mentioned, you want to cook for more people, use this. Okay, use a bigger one. In the meantime, let it continue to cook over here, slow cook. And then in the meantime, second dish, the winter solstice of the stew. Winter solstice stew. Look at all this I have here. Let's take a look at. Okay, we have the fish ball. You can octopus ball, fish ball, or a shrimp ball. You can have all kind of balls. Okay, and then in the meantime, you can also you have love Japanese thing. You can also use a fish. This is the fish cake. This is the fish cake. Fish cake. You can use fish cake. This fish cake Japanese, very nice. Okay, and then this is the Chinese one. This is the fish ball, shrimp ball, or you can use octopus or meatball, any meatball. And then I also have a few things. So look at it. I'm going to use this to boil this. This is the soup. Okay. Look at this. What I have here. I have dry shrimp. Look at that. When the dry shrimp, it looks like this when it's dry. Okay. I show you. It looks like this when it's dry. Okay. Very, very dry. In fact, when I was a little kid, in Japan, in Korea, and Southeast Asia, you can actually buy this, and the kids will eat this as a snack. Okay, this is actually a snack. You can put it in your mouth. Okay, you can put it in your mouth, and you just kind of bite into it. Okay, so this is a very snack. I soak them. Okay, I soak them, and I have mushroom. This is originally this doesn't have mushroom. I put a mushroom here because I have this leftover mushroom. So when you cook, just be creative. Whatever you have, you use it. Okay. So I have daikon. I cut it into bite-sized pieces. I have carrot. I cut into bite-sized pieces. I also have Napa cabbage. Okay. This is the center of Napa cabbage. I cut into smaller pieces. So I have all of these ingredients. And I also have some green onion. Now, talking about daikon, this is the Japanese and Chinese style daikon, slightly smaller. Let me show you something. Look at this. This is daikon. Look at look at this daikon. This is Korean daikon. This daikon can feed an army. Look at this. It looks like a ginseng. This is so big. One of this can feed 20 people. Amazing. Okay. And this is daikon. Daikon is Japanese name. The Chinese is actually it's a white radish. It's a radish. The Chinese call lo bak. Okay, daikon in Japanese, lo bak in Chinese. Okay, so now I use some fish broth or chicken broth. I bring this to a boil. Okay, I bring this to a boil, and then when I'm ready, I will make a fill. Now this is very popular. This is glutinous rice flour. I use 1 cup of these, 1/3 of a cup of water, okay? And I mix this all up, all up. Look at that. And then, look at that. If you need tiny bit, because it depends on the weather, sometimes you might need a tiny bit more, but you should not have too much. You see, look at that. That's all I have to do. And then I mix this, and I need this. After I make this, I need this. Look at that. I need this. I need this nice and smooth like this, okay? So very, very simple. After you do that, you roll it up. You roll it up. I'll show you. After you mix it, let it sit a little bit. I roll it up into long cylindrical, like this. Look at that, nice and thin. And then I go 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Okay, and then I go on to this. I would roll it like this. Wow, look at that rolling ball rolling. Slow, 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 nice and round. Look, let me show you. Look at it. Look how beautiful, nice and round like this. Okay, and I put it over here, and then I have a few ball. I am having a ball. Okay, look at this. Roll, roll. You can do this, roll it ahead of time. You don't have to do it in the last minute. Okay, beautiful. Now look at all these nice round ball right here. Look at this beautiful round ball. Okay. Now everybody can see it right here. Okay. And then when I am done with this, I don't want to waste this. So I save these, I wrap them all up and put it in the fridge, and I can feed more people later. Okay. Because it is how you do it. Okay. And then when you bring this to a boil, we'll bring this to a boil. Make sure to bring this to a boil. And then we'll slice up some ginger. Okay, tiny bit of ginger. Ginger. 1, 2. Yeah. Any question? Any question? Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. This is normally it's sweet flour. It's a sweet uh, uh, rice flour. Sweet rice means glutinous rice. Normally. Uh, that means glutinous rice flour or sweet rice flour. Yeah, that's why you make nice and good, sticky. Okay, I have some ginger here. Slice some ginger into thin slices like this. Okay, I want to have some ginger flavor in my broth, and then I put the daikon. Daikon takes a little bit longer to cook. We put it daikon. Okay, and we'll put um carrot. Carrot also takes some time to cook. We put carrot. Okay, we'll put carrot, and then I want the flavor of shrimp. I put the shrimp I already soaked. I put it in here. Okay, I put in the dry shrimp. I put in the dry shrimp. Put in the dry shrimp. I put in about 10 to 12 of these dry shrimp. Dry shrimp is very good flavor. And then I also want to put some mushroom. This is a leftover mushroom. You don't have to put the mushroom there. I just happen to have some mushroom. Look like a drumstick, okay? And then this shiitake. I cut the shiitake mushroom into a little flower like this. Look at that. I cut into a flower like this, okay? And then I will put this mushroom also put in here. Okay, I cut this into, yeah, leftover. Actually, I cook something this morning for lunch. Okay, and then when you use this is how you do it. You cut this off a little bit, and then you can slice it like this. 1, 2, and 3. Look how cute this is. Look at that. Look at this. Then I put it over here. So I have mushroom, I have everything. And then I also have some green onion. Okay. And then I have some cabbage, Napa cabbage, cut into smaller pieces like this. So this is actually a stew. And this is 1 pot meal. Got everything. You got starch, you got protein, you got starch, you got protein, and you got protein, you got vegetable, you got starch. The starch is right here. So I'll boil this. I'll boil this also, put it in. It's called normaichi. In fact, glutinous rice is used, served during Lunar New Year or during New Year in Korea, Japan, China, and a lot of places. Okay, so we'll boil this. Look at You can use a beef ball, octopus ball, shrimp ball, or fish ball. And this is the fish ball. Shrimp, you can use this is a fish ball. Okay. You can use shrimp ball, you can use octopus ball. Okay, I put it all in. So this is going to be a wonderful stew. Just like a da bin lo, okay? Just like hot pot. You can put everything in. If you're Japanese cuisine, you use the fish cake here. I'm going to show you how to cut it up. The fish cake, okay? You cut it up like this. You cut it up, and it looks like this. I want to show you. So I gotta show you how to do this. I push this out, and then I open this, and I slice one slice. Look how beautiful. Look at that. It looks like this. I put it in. So you can use anything that you can find. Okay. And then also when the mushrooms, that looks how beautiful. Okay. So this, I have chicken broth. I use chicken broth. You can use fish broth. Okay. And then the rice should be ready. Beautiful. The rice is almost ready. And then I let it boil. And then towards the end, I will, oh, beautiful. I'm going to let it continue to boil. In the meantime, I'm going to ask if anybody have any question about the second dish. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Because right now it's winter time, and winter was kind of cold. So this particular one is good. That's why Lorraine and myself picked this particular menu because winter time you want to have clay pot, you want to have hot pot. So when it's hot, when you finish the clay pot, the rice is still warm. I mean the pot is still warm to keep it warm. Let me show you. Perfect. Look at that. And then we'll show you how to do some some fish soy sauce. Now I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay. I have some soy sauce. I have some soy sauce. Okay. I have some sesame seed oil. I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to have some fish, steamed fish soy sauce because it's lightly sweet. Okay, so it's not a sweet, salty. And then I also use a tiny bit of sugar. And this is the sugar cane sugar. I want to put a tiny bit of sugar here. So this way it's not too salty. Okay. Sometimes they like to use dark soy. Okay. And then this is the dark soy. How can you tell the difference between light soy and dark soy? Okay. Now this is dark soy. When you shake the bottle, it stains the bottle. That's dark soy. See? Can you see that? Nine. See that? That's dark soy. The light soy, light color soy, does not stain the bottle. See? This light soy sauce. It's sang chao. This is low because traditionally they like to have this a little bit darker, correct? So it's colorful color. So then we will show you how to do a tiny sesame seed oil. Okay. You don't have to boil it because normally they would prepare this ahead of time, and I'm going to continue to let it cook for a little while, and then let me show you. I also put a tiny bit of green onion. Okay, put a tiny bit of green onion, and then now I'm going to show you this. Okay, this is for those who love um to have fanjiu. Okay, fanjiu, the crunchiness. This is how we do it. You use a spoon. You use a spoon to get some oil. Okay, then you dribble in along, dribble along. Okay, on the side. or only on the side, only on the side. Okay, and then you pick this up, you move it like a little bit like this. Then you cover up and let it boil a little bit longer. Let it, basically, you're making a rice crust, famjiu. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, now for this, I would also add a tiny bit of my favorite. This is my own favorite. My mother never used this because when I was a little kid, we never get a chance to get all these ingredients. This is the Sichuan pickle. I also put it in here. So this way, my clay pot rice is a little bit different than my mother's clay pot rice. My mother's clay pot rice, very traditional. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll show you later when I get the rice out. Then you can see. Okay. So they basically, this is how you make the fondue. After it's almost ready, then you put a type of oil drizzle on the side. Okay. The rice is basically almost basically 95% done. You drizzle the oil just on the side. And then you move them a little bit like this so it's nice and uniform. Okay. So this is how you do it. Go like this. Okay. So this is the clay pot rice. So let's show you the clay pot rice. In the meantime, that is also done. Ah, look at that. Can you see this? This is beautiful. Ah, lies and lies, rise and steaming. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Whoa, beautiful. And then I can tell the rice have a crumb the rice crust because of the that. And then finally, soy sauce. Yeah, add the soy sauce slightly dark soy. Okay. Then I put it right here. This is beautiful. And then when you eat this, you don't believe me, you ask Lorraine. Lorraine just came back from Hong Kong. Look at that. Sizzling. The sizzling. Can you hear the sizzling sound? Can you see that? Can you hear? Huh, amazing. And then this is my clay pot rice. My mother's clay pot rice. Okay. And then in the meantime, uh, oh, okay, no problem. Let me show you. Yeah. Now, let me show you. This one is also almost done. Look at that. I want to show you how beautiful. Okay. Now, if you use Japanese the fish cake, it looks like this. Okay. Look at this. This is the glutinous rice ball. This is the fish ball. You can have fish ball, octopus ball, beef ball, all kind of ball. All I have to do is having a ball. Got everything here. And this is let me taste this. Make sure. Let me. Wow. All I need is a tiny bit of salt. A tiny bit of salt. This is pink salt, Himalayan salt. Okay. Can you see that? Pink, pink, pink. Okay. Tiny bit. Don't put too much salt. As we get older, we should not have too much salt and too much oil in our diet. Tiny bit of white pepper. Give a little kick. White pepper. Now, can you see, man? This is a stew. It's actually a stew, and it's absolutely delicious. You got starch, you got protein, you got vegetable. One dish meal. When this is done, let me show you how beautiful this is. Okay. Let me show you. Everybody look. Look at how beautiful this is. Okay. And then I will put this in. Look how beautiful. I have the glutinous rice ball, the fish ball, the shrimp ball, the Japanese rice cake, vegetable, mushroom, carrot. This is such a beautiful stew. This menu is suggested by my good friend Lorraine. This is perfect for winter. This is so beautiful. You see, you got everything here. Yeah. Look at that. I'm gonna show you how beautiful this is. It is so beautiful. Look at the mushroom. Look at the mushroom. You got all these. And this is one. I will just show you. And then if you want, make sure we have the dry shrimp. Dry shrimp give an intense flavor. The dry shrimp give you intense flavor. Yeah, definitely. Mushroom also give the umami. Okay, and this is so beautiful. So this is one dish meal, and I tell you, this is so beautiful. Everybody can enjoy this at home. It's a stew, perfect for winter time. Okay. Now, while I'm getting ready for the next dish, I would like to ask more question. And we'll give out the second prize. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Chelsea, you got luck down, Chelsea from Ohio. You got a copy of autograph copy of Best of Yan Can Cook. Wonderful recipe. Okay. And then you also, Chelsea, you also got lucked out. I'm going to give you, I spent 2 years designing this Chinese chef knife. Don't use this to chop any heavy bones. It's a meat and vegetable slicer, just like any fine German or French chef knife or Japanese chef. You do not want to chop heavy bones, okay? And I also give you one of these chopstick. Look at that. It matched the color. Dark green. You can tell everybody which color you want. Well, green, dark, burgundy, and pink. And I also give you a finger guard. And today, I also give you one of these. Okay. The grater. My grater is a little bit different than the other grater. My grater is really beautiful. Look at that. A little bit different than the one that you normally see. Look at it. The grater I have is longer, slightly curved, and also you have this. And then you can do this. And also there is no thing sticking out, so easy to clean up. So Chelsea, this is also for you. This is also for you. Okay. And also everybody, both of you would also get an unlock apron. Okay. Can everybody see how beautiful this dish is? This is the wonderful, wonderful stew. In the meantime, we're going to show you how quickly to the dessert. Yeah, I'll show you how to sharpen the cleaver. Why I'm doing this. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how to make the third dish. Let me introduce you to something. Have you ever, do you know what this is? Anybody? This is actually this is mushroom. At the back, it looks like this. This is what called yi. It is snow mushroom, snow fungus. It's a fungus. This is the original size. Okay. Then you soak them. Okay. It become this big. Look at the size. I soak them for about 2 hours. Use warm water or hot water. Yeah. And then when you use them, you can buy them like this right here. 雪姨, okay? 雪姨. Okay. The Japanese, the Chinese, the Korean, they all use this too. This is snow fungus. Okay. Now, a lot of time people don't realize snow fungus is really the Chinese believe for centuries, snow fungus has been using for traditional Chinese medicine to prevent disease such as to support immune system and also improve their skin complexion. Okay, and also they are very high in polysaccharide content, so kind of contribute to a fight anti-inflammation as well as antioxidant property. And I love this to put it in my soup and my stir-fry dishes and also my dessert. Today, I'm showing the dessert, okay? I bring this to a boil. I bring this water to a boil and then add rock sugar. This is rock sugar, okay? Rock sugar, okay? I use this, if you don't have rock sugar, use light brown sugar. I put the rock sugar here and bring it to a boil and dissolve this. And then I have a few other things. I have lotus seed. Lotus seed. This is the dry one. After you soak them, it's twice as big. Lotus seed. Okay. And then I put the lotus seed. Okay. And then I have long end. This is dragon eye. This is dragon eye. Okay. Dragon eye long end. It looks like this in the back. And when you soak them, they're about the same size. Long end is dragon fruit. Okay. Dragon eye fruit. I put it all in here because I love it. And all of these, the lotus seed, the snow fungus, and all that, in Chinese, they use it as a medicine. Okay. I just happen to have a couple of slices of fresh ginseng, American ginseng. I slice it up into slices like this, and I also put it in. So I have ginseng flavor dessert. And then I also have red day. This is dry red day, dry red day. Some of them are already pitted. Then I soak them. I soak them. I also put it in here. So you have dry red day. Red day is also used as medicine in China. Okay. So a lot of these are food and medicine came from the same origin. 藥膳同源. Now, goji berry. You can find them in Whole Food. You can find in Costco. You can find a lot of health food store. Goji berry has a lot of potential health benefit because it support your eye, your healthy skin. You have problem with your eye, eat a kind of a goji berry, and also good for your healthy skin and help a little bit of digestion, and also supposedly believed to also improve immune system, support the immune system. Okay, it's very rich in antioxidant, vitamin, and minerals. So supposedly they also believe if you before to go to sleep, you drink a tiny bit of goji berry tea, it will help sleeping and supposedly help to suppress your anxiety just in case you get too excited. Okay, so we're going to put all of these in and I'll show you how amazing this. Okay, goji berry. Okay, I use a lot of this. I drink goji berry tea every day with a tiny bit of ginger. And then look at this. I'm going to show you how to use this. Okay, look at this. I cut this up. I cut this up. I trim this. I trim this. Okay, I trim the bottom. Now I get rid of these. Okay, down. See this? Then I cut 1, 2, 3, 4. And I cut it into chunks like this, and I put it here. Okay. Once again, look at this. I trim this. I trim this off, and then I go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6, and I put it right here. Okay. So you have all of these right here. So today I have shown you how to do 3 very good dishes for the winter. then everybody can enjoy it in winter time. Particularly you are living in the East Coast. It's so cold. Okay. Now make sure you buy this and you buy this. Chinese use medicine, and you buy this in any Chinatown or any Asian store. Don't have to go to Chinatown. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. Okay. I want to make sure it is sweet. It's not too sweet, but sweet enough. Otherwise, we have to use more. It depends on how you like it. Hmm. Perfectly sweet. Don't want to make it too sweet. Okay. I want to put it in this beautiful bowl. So this way you can see. Okay. Here, beautiful. Beautiful. The red, they give a little red color. I want to show you this. Okay. Look at all these. Look at how beautiful. Look at how beautiful. Okay. And I want to show you. It is very easy and also very traditional. Perfect dessert for the winter because it's also very popular. Let me show you. Look how beautiful. Look how beautiful. So far, I have shown you how to do 3 dishes. All of these that you can do it at home. And all of these, it is perfect for winter time when in a cold even weekend evening, the whole family can sit together. You make these 3 dishes, and I guarantee you, your whole family gonna love you. Okay, and if you want to make it more interesting, the some extra flavor, I put a tiny bit of cilantro right here. Okay, so this is I grow it in my garden. I grow a lot of things in my garden. Okay, so let us pick the third winner for today. Tony, congratulate and congratulations. Once again, you got one of these Yankee Cook with Unlock, my Asian kitchen. All the wonderful Asian recipe, top 100 Asian recipe right here. And then you got a knife from me. Look at that. This is the one that I designed, the razor sharp. And then, of course, I will give you a a finger guard and a chopstick set. Connie, I give you a pink chopstick set. Okay. And of course, all of these recipe you can get from the Unlock website. Yan can cook with Unlock. If you want more recipe, more. Oh, you know what? If you send in your recipe after you watch all of these, you create your own dish. You send recipe and and Stephanie over there and Stephanie over here and Lorraine and myself will pick some of these wonderful recipe and then we'll feature it next time. Then you send me the recipe. You got a chance to win a copy of my autograph cookbook, my Asian kitchen, my favorite Asian kitchen, and also the best of Yankee cook. All it come with the chopstick. So make sure you log in www.unlock.org/Yan Can Cook with Unlock. Then you get a chance to watch how to do all the normally we do at least 3 dishes, show you all the new ingredients. Every single month, we try to feature something that you have never seen before, you have never used before. And all of these ingredients are widely popular, widely used in most Asian kitchen. not only in Chinese kitchen, but Korean kitchen, Japanese kitchen, and all kind of Asian recipe. So this is once again my mom's Martin Yan mom's favorite clay pot rice. Winter solstice stew, snow fungus with longan and red date and goji berry. And this are three of my favorite dishes for winter in a cold winter night to warm myself up. This is very warm. It warms me up. This warms me up. And this also warms me up. Always serve this hot. Oh, we'll show you how to sharpen the knife. Okay, let me show you. Here you have a sharpening steel. Let's get a sharpening steel. Sharpening steel. Show you. Okay, now this is the way you can sharpen your steel. Okay, don't use the machine. Those machine is not designed for Chinese restaurant. Chinese chef knife. Normally, most people have a steel. When your knife need to be sharpened, if your knife is already very sharp like mine, all you have to do is go like this. The Chinese chef knife is normally different than the French chef knife. You use a smaller angle. Normally, you use about 18 to 20-degree angle for a French chef knife. But Chinese chef knife use slightly smaller angle, like 15 to 16 degree. You go one. This is a guard here. So just in case you slide here, it protect your finger. Anyway, go. Okay. 15 degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get me some paper towel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Always 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Go like that. Okay. This is ceramic. You can also use ceramic. One. See this? Like that. You just go smaller angle, go one all the way, all the whole blade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. If the knife get a little bit too dull, you use a stone. There are different kind of stone. Let me show you. This is an expensive stone. This one is $200. This is fine stone. This is rough. So you can have what oil or wet stone. I normally use oil. Okay. And then when you use this, when the knife is really dull, you go like this. Okay. Small angle, you go 1, 2, 3. Use your whole you use your whole body. Don't just go like this. Don't move around. Same angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you turn to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or hold on to the same angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. And then after that, fine. This is the fine ceramic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then finally, you go back to this still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And then I want to show you how sharp this is. Okay? Let me show you. Yeah, it's clean cut. Look at this. Ha! Look at that. Can you imagine? Look at that. Look at how many fold that I have here. And then I can still cut through this. That's how sharp it is. I hope my demonstration give you some confidence. Just make sure when you do that, use a smaller angle. Okay. Don't use a Chinese chef knife. Don't use the electric machine. Okay. Because the angle, because that kind of sharpener is designed for French chef knife. The angle, the baffle, this what we call baffle. Okay. It is bigger than the Chinese chef knife. The Chinese chef knife look like this. the suit thinner. And then French chef knife looks like this. Okay, so the sharpening steel electric is designed for French chef knife, for the regular knife, not for Chinese chef knife. Okay. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Okay. Well, I'll see you soon in the next session of Unlock. Yan can cook with Unlock. Make sure to log in www.unlock.org/Yan can cook with Unlock.
Chef Yan, your YouTuber friend asked, say, my sister said that sharpening steel, the steel is for fine sharpness. Is that right? Is it true?
We on a daily basis you use a sharpening steel, but occasionally every 2 or 3 months you use a stone. Okay, this is that we align the edge. Okay, when you sharpen it like this, you line it. But truly sharpening, you use a stone. Okay, that's why I can keep my knife so sharp. This all my knife are very sharp.
Let's repeat what you just showed us.
Look at this once again. My mom's favorite clay pot rice, and then winter solstice stew, amazing, and then snow fungus with longan and goji berry and red date. So this is perfect for winter night, for a cold, windy winter night. It warms your heart, warms your soul, and bring warmth and wonderful happiness to your kitchen. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Goodbye, my YouTube friend. Goodbye, my Instagram friend.